In this video, I will be going over the top 5 pros of living in Pacific Grove, California. What's up everyone? Toby Fernie, aka the Teacher Realtor here in Monterey, California. If you're new to the channel, I am a local realtor who lived in Pacific Grove for years and have helped many groups of clients navigate a relocation to the area. In this video, I'll be breaking down the best parts of living in Pacific Grove. I've done some videos like this before breaking down the pros and cons of living in Monterey, but this video is going to be different. If you're also considering Monterey, I've linked those videos and a comparison video between Monterey and Pacific Grove in the description below. While Pacific Grove and Monterey border one another and have some clear similarities, there are also some significant differences between the two. If after watching this video you decide that Pacific Grove is a type of place that you would like to explore living in, feel free to give me a call, send me a text, or an email at toby.fernie@gmail.com. I'd be happy to help. Properties are rated on a walkability scale. Pacific Grove has some of the highest walkability in all of Monterey County. What do I mean by that? If you live in certain parts of Pacific Grove, you will be able to walk to downtown Pacific Grove, the ocean, Asilomar State Beach, Lovers Point Park, restaurants, bakeries, markets, bars, and a variety of activities. Plenty of my clients who have moved to Pacific Grove moved there in retirement. Seems like a pretty idyllic location for me to move during retirement. Based on how walkable Pacific Grove is, you may not even need a car at all to get around. Pacific Grove, or PG as the locals call it, has 2 nicknames. One being Butterfly Town, USA, for the monarch butterflies that migrate to Pacific Grove every winter. Its other nickname is the last hometown. Pacific Grove does have a hometown feel. With less than 15,000 residents, it's small, people are friendly, and know one another. Events like the Farmers Market, Good Old Days Festival, and First Fridays bring PG residents together. Pacific Grove is connected to one of my favorite parts of Monterey County, the Monterey Bay Recreational Trail. This route runs along scenic 17-mile drive along the coastline of the Pacific Ocean and Monterey Bay. Here you'll see people riding bikes, walking their dogs, and running almost every day of the year. Asilomar State Beach and Lovers Point Park are 2 locations that people frequent on days with good weather. Both have nice stretches of beach to bring the family to, and Lovers Point Park has the Beach House restaurant and a few cafes that make it a great place to have lunch or dinner with a view. If you're a fan of history and Victorian style homes, you're going to love Pacific Grove. I spent many years, including my college days, living in Boston, and sometimes when I'm walking around Pacific Grove, I feel like I'm back in Boston, unless it's the winter time, because it's going to be far colder on the East Coast than it would be in Pacific Grove in the winter time. Throughout Pacific Grove, you'll see plaques on many of the homes indicating the date that these homes were built in the late 1800s to the early 1900s. You will see the Queen Anne, Gothic Revival, Colonial Revival, and vernacular style of Victorian architecture throughout Pacific Grove. Over 700 of the homes in PG have received one of these plaques and are part of the Historical Society. You can renovate the interior of these homes, but a home being designated as part of the Historical Society means that you likely will not be able to change the blueprint of this home in order to keep the historical memory of these homes in Pacific Grove. There are also some tax benefits of living in one of these historical homes in Monterey County, but since I'm no CPA, if you're thinking about purchasing one of these historical homes, I'll have you check in with your CPA to learn more about that. Pacific Grove has some of the highest rated public schools in all of California. Carmel and Pacific Grove are the 2 highest rated school districts in Monterey County. As a former local teacher myself, I know that Pacific Grove has a quality curriculum, qualified staff, and smaller middle and high schools than some of the other middle and high schools in Monterey County. One interesting street to compare real estate prices is David Avenue, which runs through both Monterey and Pacific Grove. If you had the exact same home on the Pacific Grove side of David Avenue, it would likely cost well over $100,000 more than the Monterey side. Why is that? A combination of factors, but mostly due to the fact that Pacific Grove is a smaller community and those highly rated schools. Many of the clients who I have that reach out to me with families that are concerned about schools will end up looking in Pacific Grove or Carmel first, but Pacific Grove is going to be a far more affordable option than purchasing in Carmel, unless you're looking in Carmel Valley, which is also part of Carmel schools, and prices for real estate will be pretty similar between Pacific Grove and Carmel Valley. As it's one of my favorite places in Monterey County, I could probably go on and on for days about the pros of living in Pacific Grove. I will also be uploading a video for the top 5 cons of living in Pacific Grove, just to keep it fair. For some reason, people seem to enjoy and watch the cons videos more than the pros videos, so make sure that you check back to see that one too. If you have any questions about Pacific Grove, are a seller wondering the value of your home in today's market, or a buyer looking for your dream home in the area, be sure to give me a call, send me a text, or an email at toby.fernie@gmail.com. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned for future content all about real estate and living here in Monterey, California.
Click the icon to subscribe to more content from living in Monterey, California.